Good morning and welcome to Nora's Dog Training Company. We're here with Tully and Fred, and what we're going to be demonstrating for you today on video is Tully's ability to understand and respond to his formal on-leash obedience commands, the correction and the motivation that we give the puppies when we're working with them, and the training equipment that we're using. Fred is using a regular 6-foot web training leash, and he keeps the bulk of that leash folded neatly in his right hand. That leaves his left hand free to give any correction that's needed, and the only correction that we give is a tug and release on the training collar, and that is the second piece of equipment that we're using. He's going to come home with his very own training equipment, and you're going to be taught how to use that properly during your follow-up training session. Now, he is sitting at Fred's left, which is where all of our obedience training is done, and the first exercise that we're going to demonstrate for you is heeling. The command is Tully heel, and you take off walking. And at this point, Tully has a job to do, and that is to stay even with your left leg, and each time that you stop your feet, whether it's to cross traffic or talk to a neighbor, he should sit automatically without being told to wait for his next command. So this makes walking him much more of a pleasure, less of an exercise in frustration, when your dog is walking with you nicely and sitting when you stop. Now, the next command that Fred's going to demonstrate is the sit-stay. The stay is a hand and a voice command, and because it is a stationary exercise, we do not use his name. Now, he's a little ADD, so we're not going to make him sit there for too long, but when you're practicing at home, try to lengthen out your sit-stays at about 10 seconds a day, all the way up to 3 minutes. When Fred returns back to him, he will walk all the way around him, and Tully should remain seated until he gets his next command. So Fred gets back up to heel. Whenever you return to the dog's shoulders, he expects to get another command. So whenever you return back to your original heel position, you have to tell him what you want him to do next. Fred leaves him in another sit-stay. He walks out to the end of his leash and he turns to face him, but you want the puppy to start to develop some self-control. So we leave him sit there for a couple seconds, and then Fred's going to demonstrate the come on command. It's Tully come, and he should come right in front and sit, and they go back to heel. And we're going to be helping you learn how to use your commands in your everyday living situations. We put this together as a drill because this helps Tully to calm down, to listen to direction, to pay attention, and you're going to find out that it tires him more than like ball throwing. But these commands are to be used in your everyday life as well. So you can drill him with your video, but you can also use your commands in your everyday life. Fred's going to call him, Tully come. He comes and sits very nicely, and that eliminates his wanting to jump all over you. He's heeling very nicely with Fred, sitting when you stop. He has a little weird thing that he does when he sits, but it's still sitting. It still counts. Now, the next command that we're going to demonstrate for you, remember to always have your puppy sitting first. You're going to take your left open palm, push it straight down toward the ground, and give the one-word command to down and stay. Now, your long down stay, you're going to be able to hold for longer. So you're going to want him to hold that for about 1 minute to 2 minutes and work all the way up to 5 minutes. When Fred returns back to him, he walks all the way around him, just as he did on the sit-stay. Back to heel, and they take off, and they're going to do a short little turn, and they're going to come back and demonstrate that down from a heel again. And you can practice these exercises right in your living room. Down and stay. Don't think that you have to be outside to practice obedience. You want good house manners, so practice in the house. Fred's going to call him out of this down. And he goes back to heel pretty much on his own. And the very last command that we're going to demonstrate for you is your down from a distance. This is a little bit harder command because you're not standing right next to the puppy. Fred leaves him in a sit-stay. He walks out to the end of the leash and turns to face him. He uses his right hand to give the command, and he goes down. And those two commands he does just as sharp as attack. So he's got something going on upstairs. Now, we have demonstrated for you all of Tully's formal obedience commands. He has come a very, very long way since he's been here with us. We have enjoyed having him, although he has been challenging at times. He's a good guy, and he tries to please very hard. We look forward to working with you during your follow-up training session, and then keep us posted on how he's doing at home. And thank you for choosing Nora's Dog Training Company.